The following is a presentation of the Noise Space Network. Find more great podcasts at noisespace.xyz. We begin in Southern California 3 decades ago. 2 rich souls were brought to this earth, separated by just a scant few miles and unbeknownst to each other. The fates kept them separate as they grew from brash whelps into homosexual young women with hard opinions about cheaply made processed foods. One of them, a black-clad warrior, fighting for metals heavy and corn syrups high fructose. The other, a living embodiment of no-calorie soda, literally begging the gods to strike her down where she stands, or at least strike her with a cease and desist order. Now, the world has united these two to clash over their cheap foodstuffs, and we meet them here, the battlefield, where they are destined for eternal combat. Ladies and ghouls, it is my pleasure to welcome you to Jarett Coke and Lilith's House of Snacks.
I'm Diet Coke.
And I'm Lilith! And this is our House of Snacks.
I'm going to be honest, I was staring into my beautiful cat's eyes. That's why it sounded like I wasn't quite ready to say my name there.
Well, okay.
Could be that I got distracted a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, your cat's eyes are very beautiful. I know that for sure. I mean, my cat can be quite distracting. He's not anywhere nearby, but I don't know what he's up to.
I think she's sassing me. I got mad at her earlier because she kept stepping on the keyboard during a stressful moment of audio troubleshooting.
Yeah.
And I told her to fuck off, and I used my stern voice, and I said, "You cannot do this now." And now she is very pointedly sitting on the desk, not on the keyboard, though, and just giving me kind of a stern, sassed look. And I feel shamed.
Kitty's got such attitude.
They really do.
Earlier this week, I had a girl over, and it was my first time she was sleeping over at my place. And Batlord, first he was acting a fool, just being a little freak. He did a fun thing where he pissed somewhere in my room. I'm ashamed to say I still don't know exactly where, but I had to get up and make sure it wasn't on her stuff because that was going to be fucking bad. It definitely wasn't. But then, so I kick him out of the bedroom, and the only thing worse than a Batlord is a Batlord scorned. So he's screaming at the top of his lungs and fucking up my carpet like under the door, trying to get back in. So I had to let him back in, finally settled down. But yeah, quite embarrassing. That was a work night too, so like...
Yeah. They can really make themselves their issues known.
Yeah. Speaking
they
of
got
which,
beef, you're going to find out about it. Speaking of which,
we do have on our little... We keep a Google document of things to talk about on the show.
That's true.
And our first topic is suggested by Christmas. And
Christmas wrote this one.
And I gotta say, she seems to be, keeping my
she's catering to your interests.
Yeah. Because it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
You're gonna
6,
count
7,
all these
8,
out?
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
She's
19,
currently
20,
knocking
21, 22,
sock
23, 24,
off the microphone,
25.
which uses the windscreen because she ate the windscreen.
25 sixes. I was actually, the
25
reason why I was
sixes.
counting is because I was hoping it'd be divisible by 3, which it isn't.
That's true.
Because then it'd
Well,
just
she
be a
can't
bunch
do
of
math.
6,
She's a
6,
cat.
6s. Yeah, I know. She got close though.
Yeah.
Just 1 over. And then a bunch of pluses, which in context kind of look like crosses.
True.
Which, that's There are definitely,
telling
I'm not
us
going to
something.
count the pluses, but there's definitely more of them than the sixes. So
That's true.
it's almost,
Maybe that's why it's a topic. It's like, this is a problem. We gotta
Yes.
bump up those 666s.
we got to bump up those 666s, down with the crosses, up with the 666s. I actually think that is great, just kind of policy.
Yeah. Down with crosses, up with 666s.
Yeah. It's kind of an attitude that I'm feeling these days.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that kind of brings us to the news that I feel like maybe we should address.
There's been some news.
There's been some
Been some
news.
news lately. News has occurred.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Hey everybody, Tony Cuts here. Just wanted to let everybody know as a bit of a prelude that this episode of House of Snacks was recorded November 10th of 2024. And that Diet Coke and Lilith's House of Snacks is not a work of fiction. And that all of what is portrayed on the show, such as the Snack Academy Awards, the Snack Dimension, all 3 generations of the Snack Keeper, and, of course, myself, are all factual and extant entities, but that not all events should be taken quite so seriously by anyone in law enforcement, just for example. Alright, thanks. Miss Big K Diet Cherry Cola wanted me to make sure I got that to yous. Have a good week, and make sure to pay your health insurance premiums on time and in full.
I've got a news story. I'm just going to read out the news story.
Yeah.
Just so that we can kind of take in the gravity of it all.
This was in the Orange County Register.
Yes. In an unexpected turn of events, a masked vigilante has reportedly forced Taco Bell executives to publicly commit to lowering the price of their popular beefy 5-layer burrito. The Renegade's brazen actions are said to have come after years of alleged unsatisfactory pricing for the fast food chain's beloved menu item. The campaign began with a series of threatening letters left at locations in the Southern California area, addressed to executive leadership, promising escalation if prices were not lowered on the popular menu item.
It's wild that more people aren't talking.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's not much else going on.
I know there was some other news that day. Oh, yeah. that's where we're going. Okay, yeah.
I mean, well, this is what's more
it's
important?
Wild.
Yeah.
This is gonna directly affect the lives of everyday Americans potentially.
Yeah.
Cool vigilante succeeds.
Things took a more dramatic turn Tuesday night when Taco Bell executives were ambushed at a corporate event in downtown Irvine. Witnesses say that a hooded figure wearing a black mask and holding a clipboard with what appeared to be a detailed manifesto in one hand, a MAC-10 machine gun in the other, stormed the stage during Taco Bell's quarterly investor meeting. The individual demanded the top brass sign a formal pledge to lower the cost of the beefy 5-layer burrito or face the consequences.
I was just gonna say I love to see this.
Yeah.
I think it's we don't necessarily. I mean, should the House of Snacks take a stance on vigilantism just generally? Broadly, are we pro or anti? I'm gonna say we're broadly anti. But
broadly anti. I think depending on the cause. Remember
that guy who was like, was his name Phoenix or was he in Phoenix? The guy who was like,
this I don't know.
Went around in a costume to discredit. This was like 2015. I want to say this is from the deep past.
Yeah, now I'm vaguely remembering this. I feel like usually when somebody feels the need to do vigilante justice, they probably don't have great intentions in mind.
They don't often focus on corporate crime.
No, because that's actually something that usually a vigilante can't really do much about,
But hey, in Irvine, things are happening now. The tides they are a changing. What's the song?
Yeah. The beefy 5-layer is more than just a burrito, the vigilante said in a statement after the event. It's a symbol of value, satisfaction, and affordability. This isn't just about food.
It used to be.
It's about justice for the people. Taco Bell executives, after brief deliberation and pants-wetting, appeared to capitulate. At approximately 9:45 p.m., the company issued a public statement confirming that they would be lowering the price of the beefy 5-layer burrito by 25%, effective immediately at all locations across the U.S.
But they said that.
Yeah. They did.
I'm looking at my app. It seems like it's still the same price.
Yeah. Thinking maybe this vigilante may
come back.
And there's some other, decision met with cheers. Some have questioned whether this could set a dangerous precedent. Growing group of people calling for similar action against other fast food giants. So clearly, we're not alone. Maybe being okay with this vigilante. So there's some other crap, but I don't know.
It seems. Hey, you know. Sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Parody, of course. Sometimes you need a Mac 10 machine gun to get some stuff done.
That's so true. Now, what were you up to Tuesday night?
What's up?
Nothing. We were talking about our week earlier before the recording.
Yeah. I was Tuesday night.
Yeah.
You're at me?
Well, I mean, you're in the Southern California area, so I feel like maybe you would have, heard like sirens.
Sure, but I'm sure as hell not going to fucking Irvine.
Well, yes. Okay. I know. Orange County is not your favorite place in the world. I get it.
I was watching Shark movie.
Shark movie?
Yeah.
That sounds made up.
Susan. You heard of this thing?
That sounds so made up.
Susan?
You watched a French shark movie?
Yeah, about sharks taking over the world.
Was this made before or after Sharknado?
I'm going to say after. I think it was either this year or last year.
Okay. So
Under Paris is the English title.
Do you feel like this was in reaction to a Sharknado or?
It's a little cheesy. I wouldn't say it's quite the same tone as a Sharknado, though.
Okay.
It's pretty good, I will say.
Yeah. Okay.
Although, I don't know. To give my real opinion, it's like half the movie, it seems like one movie, and it's got lesbians in it.
Right.
And then, spoilers, it does have a pretty, I think, disappointing and shitty killing the lesbians moment, where the movie just kind of says, we're done with these lesbians now, and the plot shifts into something different. But then I kind of ended up liking... Great sentence, Diet Coke. I ended up kind of liking that second movie that it morphed into.
Okay.
I just wish the lesbians could have survived.
Yeah.
You'll like this. One of the lesbians, her hair and her glasses, she really is dressed exactly like Mark Borchardt from American
Fuck
Movie,
yes!
Which does rock.
All right. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah. I mean... I actually already told you, that the night I experienced with Batlord,
sure,
and a person who shall remain nameless on the podcast, well, that was my Tuesday night. Okay.
So we both have alibis, not that we need them, because it would be silly anyway.
I'm in fucking Portland. I don't know why it's fine.
Oh, yeah, it's as if it's so hard to get from Portland to Southern California.
Okay. I mean, I have been critical of the pricing strategy of the beefy 5-layer burrito. I will say that.
I mean, we both have. Let's be honest here.
Yes.
But this doesn't mean anything.
Okay. All right.
Should we do the snack description?
Let's do the snack description.
Trader Joe's Tiny Fruity Cuties is the mean nickname I use for Diet Coke and Lilith when they review snacks from Trader Joe's and kiss the store's ass like every other good little millennial. I don't know how they found out, but I guess they're mad about it because they just wrote that on a piece of paper instead of telling me what snack they're doing today. So these, despite the misinformation spread by the snack entity that possesses me,
that was kind of, I didn't
kind
know
of rude.
They called us that.
Call us that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, There are worse things to be called.
It's true. I don't feel like either of us are particular. I'm not a tiny person.
No, I'm not tiny either. I think they're just being condescending.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're big.
Oh.
We haven't considered that. I mean, I know they kind of take control of my body, but if their true form might be like
just a big woman.
Yeah, just a very large woman.
Okay.
Like Snoke in the holograms in episode 7.
As we all know, Snoke is a very large
tits.
woman.
That's why I said with tits, as we all know, that's what makes a woman. Parody. Sorry, everyone. So these are Trix, basically. These are Trader Joe's version of Trix cereal.
Trader Joe's Trix.
They're shaped like flowers and moons.
Yep.
They the Trader Joe's description says they have notes, a citrusy flavor with notes of tangerine and whiffs of lemongrass.
Fascinating.
It also promised that it's like ultra sustained with corn and oats construction. Here, let me get the exact wording. The corn and oat construction of these cuties packs a serious crunch, and it's a crunch sustained even after they soak for some time in your milk. Love to soak in someone's milk.
God.
I've got them both dry and on milk. I know you're a dry bitch. You don't like milk on your cereal at all.
Just all dry. No wet.
Dry bones.
Yep.
That Mario character you see as an ally.
I usually who I pick in Mario Party. I will say that.
Good one.
Yeah.
I've been excited to try these for a while.
Yeah.
Because I love Trix cereal, but I never buy it because it's both expensive and unhealthy, and I'm in my 30s.
Yes. I know we've been in our 30s for I think the entirety of this podcast, but I feel like there's a difference between being 30 and really feeling like you're in your 30s, and I feel like there might be a fucking
that crossover might have happened.
That transition of like because at the beginning we really were like, yeah, fucking we'll do Mountain Dew and sour gummy worms in the same fucking episode. Woo! I think there might be a turn that has been happening.
Yeah,
where we're really just trying not to put too much garbage in our bodies.
Yeah. Yeah, I think episode 1 of this podcast was July 2021, which by my math means that you were still 29 for like a month.
July 20. Oh, wait, yeah, probably when I recorded it, because I turned 30 in July of 21.
Yeah. So when you recorded it,
I would have been 29. Yeah.
But just barely.
Just barely. Yeah.
And I would have been freshly 30. I would have been 30 for like a month and a half.
Yeah. So we are really this podcast has kind of been us in a journey in our 30s journeys.
That's true. Wow, really puts things into perspective.
Yes, it does.
Point is, I've been dying for an excuse to eat some Trix again.
Yeah. Shall we? Should we do like one at a like? Should we try to meter out like the different ones, or?
I'll tell you, I've already had one of the yellow ones and one of the purple ones while we were talking just then.
Okay. Well.
So, sorry.
I'm doing yellow first.
I did yellow first as well. They taste pretty similar to me. I'm gonna say I'm gonna pop in one of these orange bitches. But color-wise, we got orange, yellow, purple, and red.
Yep.
Much like Trix, they kind of don't have the distinct flavor, but they do have they have 2 layers of flavor, which is the kind of like fruity cereal flavor, and then a little hint of citrus, which Trader Joe's said out loud, I think is part of just the secret appeal of Trix.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty, it tastes like Trix. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
Simply just tastes like Trix. I'm going to have some of the milked ones.
I don't know why I thought I needed to eat these individually, like they were like different flavors of gummies or something like that. That was stupid.
It seems like they would be, though. I can't blame you for that. I'll tell you this. These have only been on milk for, what, like 5 minutes max?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to doubt their crunch sustainability talk in the description. They got a little crisp to them still. I'll give them that.
Mm-hmm.
But no more so than any other regular cereal. Yep. And also, noticeable flavor loss. I'm sure that flavor is just in the milk, and I'll have a nice little sweet treat at the end of this cup.
Right.
Milk really does, more so than other cereals, I would say, kind of just drench the flavor right off of these things.
Mm-hmm.
Point for the milk haters like you.
We're always right is actually the truth of the matter. Milk sucks.
No, milk perverts will have the day.
All right. Well, I enjoy these quite a bit, actually. I'm gonna say a good crunch, good flavor. That hint of citrus is really nice. They are sweet without feeling too sweet. They are.
Yeah, Kenny Omega, get out of here. We don't need you today.
We haven't, because we stopped doing, doubling up on snacks. We haven't been doing that joke, and I don't miss doubling up on snacks, but I do miss that joke. That's kind of where I'm
how
at.
we only associate the Too Sweet Jester with Kenny Omega for some reason.
Right, the fact that I don't even think he's the guy who does it. Like, first of all, he's been like in and out with injury for like quite some time, and also I think that like you'd probably have to point to like Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows as like the guys who are doing it the most these days.
For sure. Kenny Omega is a guy who has done it before.
Yeah.
Certainly not like the guy who does that.
Yeah. He moved on from the Bullet Club. I think maybe like before this podcast was even a thing.
But we could also go like the older icons in the Too Sweet.
Of course, which we have discussed. We, when like Scott Hall died, that was very much like a thing.
Yeah.
But we are dumb. I can't speak for you, but I'm fairly certain neither of us keep close track of wrestling.
No.
Yeah, definitely don't watch any of the weekly television shows at all.
Who did I see doing a Too Sweet recently? Not a wrestler. It was like someone on a sitcom I saw doing a Too Sweet, and it seemed like they were it wasn't just like they were making that.
Yeah, they were
hands.
like trying to do like a wrestling thing.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Can't recall. Shouldn't have brought it up.
Yeah, I bet it was young Sheldon.
Yeah, it was probably young Sheldon. I don't know how the timeline works. He's probably watching Scott Hall. He's probably in
Okay,
NWO
actually,
era.
if like Big Bang Theory took place in the present day of when it came out, young Sheldon would be like the perfect age to be getting into like.
Yeah. The season 1 of Young Sheldon is 1989. So yeah, the bulk of the series is right in the early 90s.
Like that actually, he would be like a young teenager when a lot of that stuff was happening.
It does seem like young Sheldon would be more the type to be like, this is fake, right? Like that seems like it would more likely be young Sheldon's take on wrestling.
Of course,
but maybe his older brother can do the Too Sweet.
Does young Sheldon have I've never seen the show.
I've never seen the show either, but I pay attention for some reason. He has an older brother they're doing a spin-off of Young Sheldon that's about the older brother.
What?
That's upcoming.
That's incredible. How many spin-offs of the Big Bang Theory? How deep into we're going to get Sheldon's aunt, the spin-off?
Perhaps.
Oh, God. That I guess that's just a license for fucking... What is it, Chuck Lorre to print money? Is he the...
He's the guy. Yeah. Well, I assume he gets money because he created Big Bang.
Right.
The other creator on Young Sheldon I know is the guy who did Nun Pizza with Left Beef. No. So he's also getting checks off that.
You're going so far down the rabbit hole right now.
I know.
I legitimately feel like I'm having trouble breathing. Like, what the fuck is the Nun Pizza Left Beef guy? What the fuck?
Went on to co-create Young Sheldon, and Montana Jordan plays the older brother, and the upcoming spinoff about him as Young Sheldon's older brother is called.
You've made up Montana Jordan. That is...
It's Montana Jordan.
No.
The show is called Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage.
No. Flag on the play.
First season takes place in 1994. Will Sasso in the main cast.
Will Sasso
is still getting work.
The guy who I sometimes see on like my Facebook reels talking about wrestling.
He's had a weird career of like finding niches for himself in odd places. He went from Mad TV. He was weirdly big on Vine for a minute. And now he's showing up on Young Sheldon too. Montana Jordan.
With Montana Jordan! Sorry, I for sure clicked my mic right there.
But you were right
name.
too.
That's a fake name. That is
None Pizza with Left Beef guy is also getting creator credit on that one.
Montana Jordan is the low effort, the Smosh Hannah Montana parody.
Yeah, you're right.
Bullshit. Fuck you, Montana Jordan. Fucking sucks.
None Pizza with Left Beef has its own Wikipedia page.
Good.
It is longer than you would think.
Where was it originally posted?
It was posted on his blog, The Sneeze.
The Sneeze. Okay.
That's where it was originally posted.
Okay. Yeah, and
the Sneeze to me is more of a fake name than Montana Jordan.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like every mid-aughts blog had a fake fucking name.
The thing that made the Sneeze big was a recurring thing called Steve Don't Eat It, where he would try weird snacks. We need to create our Young Sheldon. We need to evolve to that level.
Okay. This is gonna show like my age of like what sitcoms I know about, but I think we should like Teen JD from Scrubs.
Yeah, my first thought was we could do a show about Troy and Annie in high school because they went to high school together.
Well, you see, and I thought that the Community was like too good to be for us to be making like a Young Sheldon out of it. I needed to go worse. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we could do Young Frasier in that regard.
Oh my God. Okay.
Do it animated so it can still be voiced by Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
We're not trying to create a good show here, Lil.
I know.
New drugs.
We're going to get through this. We're going to make Young Frasier or Young JD. And it's going to be fine.
We never rated these snacks. We never rated the Tiny Fruity Scooties.
That's true. I'm going to call these I would not buy because they are a little pricey and just not what I normally get, but they are for sure a would eat. They're good. They're tasty. They taste like Trix, which are good.
They are vegan. That's good.
Yeah.
Not a vegan myself, but it's cool. It's cool when things are vegan.
It's cool when things are vegan. They're kosher too, I noticed on the bag.
Yeah. So that part is good. Don't hold me to that, by the way. I kind of just Googled that on my phone while we were recording, and someone said it. So I haven't
all I know is that Trader Joe's says they're kosher. So hold me to that they say that, but you don't have to hold me to that it's true.
Haven't done the leather work myself. The leather work? That's not a term. This is nothing. All right.
Term now.
Montana Jones or whatever the fuck it was fucking derailed me. My brain is broken right now. What the fuck was that?
I'm sorry that Montana Jones harmed you in such a way.
If you or a loved one has heard the name Montana Jones, you may be entitled to compensation.
Montana Jordan. Montana Jordan is real and he can hurt you.
He can. Okay, for me, for Tiny Fruity Cuties, it's a might buy. Just to have in my home. I'd have to, maybe. I do enjoy eating them. Yeah, okay. I'm actually gonna say this is a would not buy.
It costs money, and where is he getting the money from? Yeah. I don't think so.
And I'm gonna give the we talked about this, like I'm gonna empty out the box, but I don't know if I like. No, you know what? No, I'm gonna give this a Woody.
Got a good taste.
Yeah,
it does have a good taste. It is a Woody.
They got a good taste.
They do have a good taste. I am noticing I haven't eaten that many of them, but they do have that This is not universal of dry cereal, but they have enough of a rough texture that like I'm definitely noticing like a little bit of irritation on the roof of my mouth, which
Oh, sure.
I know cereal is not
Captain Crunch
expected to
problem.
be eaten dry, but like that's how I fucking eat it. So like that is a mark in the negative column for it. So that's just where I'm at. All right. Montana Jordan. Should we get the snack keeper up here?
Hello.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm crunching. I was helping myself to some tiny fruity cuties.
That's all right. They're pretty good, right?
They're pretty good. Yes, I like them.
Yeah. I might. Yeah. Anyway.
They are sentient in the snack dimension.
Oh, interesting.
That's why they're called tiny fruity cuties. That's the name of the species. They are
Okay.
captured by Trader Joe's and dehydrated and put in bags.
Oh, so they like have they have like a fully like kind of this is not what they're like when they are alive. Interesting.
No, when they're alive, they're just slightly more moist.
More moist.
And they talk and they think and they walk around.
Oh, wow, really? So like sapient, like beyond. Okay.
Well, they don't. I don't know about sapient. They talk. They're kind of like parrots, but like a little smarter.
Okay.
Yeah, There's not really anything in your world that compares. They're smarter than parrots, but they're still not exactly. They don't use. They can repeat whole paragraphs. Instead of just words like parrots.
That's a really interesting. I would love to read like a snack dimension paper on just like the ethics of how do people feel about like in the snack dimension. How do people feel about the fact that tiny fruit cuties have been captured by Trader Joe's and then eaten?
Oh, we asked them to take them. They were annoying us.
Okay.
If you let them near a television, they'll they'll repeat like the whole stick.
Did you say television?
A telling visions. That's not what they're called in your dimension.
Interesting. Okay. Go ahead.
For instance, there's a subspecies of tiny fruity cuties that just recites the plots of whole episodes of Young Sheldon. We kind of encourage Trader Joe's to take those ones first.
Okay, so y'all do get Young Sheldon. I assume you get fucking
that's
Montana Jordan's Wild Adventure or whatever the fuck it's called.
Montana Jordan is actually a snack keeper. Some snack keepers look more human than others, and they get work in your world.
Okay.
But don't be confused. That is fondant. That is not human flesh.
That sounds right. I actually haven't seen a picture of the gentleman, but I can't believe that Montana Jordan is an actual human's name.
Chocolate cotton candy, not brunette hair.
Okay. I'm actually more comforted knowing that that's true. I mean, we knew about snack keepers that were like masquerading as humans because we knew about Taylor Swift. Sorry. I feel like that was maybe not great to bring up.
That was not really my secret to tell on air, but okay, it's out now.
That has been a plot point on the show. You dated her.
We have alluded to it. We haven't said it outright.
She literally showed up on the show. I don't know if you remember
her Snack Taylor Swift, and there was some ambiguity as to whether she was the same one or whether she was its sort of counterpart from our dimension.
Got it. Okay.
But now secrets have been revealed.
Yes, well, okay. I'm keeping quiet about though.
Well, I guess we'll cut that out.
We'll bleep it.
Can I end the show? Is that allowed?
You can.
Well, goodbye, Goose and Ghouls. The House of Snacks is closed yet again. We'll snack you later.
For more from the House of Snacks, visit patreon.com/House of Snacks. That's patreon.com/House of SNAX.
My neighbor was right next to me outside while I was doing that outro. I'm glad. Thank you. It's very embarrassing. Thank you.